definitely. That's like the last
Towards
thing
the
to
end,
do
yeah.
is tell people to follow you and how they can. So, oh,
What?
what song do you want us to play at the end of the episode?
Oh yeah.
You can send it to my. Go ahead and email it to the indie.hire25, and then that way, he's gonna. What's gonna happen is, he's gonna play it at the end, and we're gonna jam to it. But when we put out the YouTube, we're gonna have the real record on top of that, so that way, you know, they'll hear the real quality of the song. But in the studio, just for the, you know.
So it needs to be the song. I can't send like a YouTube link or something like that.
Yeah, you can. He gonna play it regardless. It doesn't. But I'm saying when I edit the audio part,
you'll need the actual song.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But you can send him the YouTube. I mean, yeah, you can send it to him or whatever is easier for him, and then he'll play it at the end. So what we're gonna do at the end is, as you know, let people know how to follow you, and then we're gonna say, go ahead and take us into your song, and then you're gonna be like, my name is such and such. This is my song. Blah blah blah. Okay, and then he's gonna play it, and then we're gonna like cut. He's gonna play it, and then we're gonna be jamming to it. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. What's up? Hey. And then we'll go. We'll go from
there. This song is yet to be released, but
oh shit!
I know.
You don't want that to fall.
Released, but I can send it wherever.
Okay.
See that.
Right.
You could go to Gmail. You just go to indie.high25.
What's up? Sure,
the same.
Do I need to go down?
No, I think everybody needs to go
all the way up.
Oh, okay.
With their chairs.
It's
right
here.
At the highest.
Go up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I'm just.
There you go. He was low.
Make sure this.
You sent it.
Okay. I was sending now.
Okay.
See it.
You need to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, this shit's so.
Yeah, it's just playback, and the password is playback lowercase.
It'll say him before I let it get done.
I just gotta send it to him so he can have it ready at the end. It'll still stay. You don't have to go out of the signal. Yeah, just tap on Wi-Fi, tap it again, hold it, and then look for playback. And then it's lowercase playback. That should help it go. See?
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. All right, and Luce, I'm gonna send this on to your playback email.
Okay.
You want me to send it to playbacksounds4 or Irving.Damon?
What am I just playing it off my phone?
Yeah, because we're gonna do the.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I could do that. That would be better for the production.
Yeah, because I'm gonna put when I edit it, I'm gonna put the real audio on it.
Sounds good.
Which one? The playback one?
Yeah.
Okay. What was that?
1 2 1 2.
Mic check, mic check.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
1 2 1 2.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Just
I
the
do in the
cord. Cord. He might have one in here. Oh. Testing 1 2. 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 Okay. Make sure
energy.
Yeah.
This is your wide, and this is going to be a cover, but I'm going to be cycling this cover from everybody. All right?
Okay.
Also, I'm just going to go live on my Facebook for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Cool.
And then I'm going to cut it.
And we're good with memory sticks and all that stuff?
Everything is good.
Awesome. All right.
Center speed.
Them locks is locking, girl.
Oh, you can see me?
Getting long.
Okay. Oh, glory be to God.
So start off with this camera.
That one, okay.
Yep. And then this camera's your wide.
Got you. What's up? What's up? It's your girl Donna LJ,
And it's your girl Tay Digger.
and you are tuned into Indie High Radio. Woo woo!
What's up, everybody?
Everybody. How are you guys doing? We are so honored and happy to be back with you guys in
Yes.
season 5.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, this is a big deal. I'm happy that we are moving right along.
Yes, sir.
I'm so proud of our progress. I'm proud that we're back doing what we do.
In
So
the
I'm
swing of
super, super
things.
excited about that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we do want to let you guys know that the last Saturday of every month we have Indie High Saturdays. Right
month
here
was-
at Playback Sounds. Shout out
Yes,
to
sir.
Luce. You definitely want to
Family
come
right
out.
there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been with us from the jump, from the start.
Yes.
But coming up this Indie High Saturdays, what we doing? We celebrating Donna LJ birthday. Yes, and you already know every time we celebrate Donna's birthday, it goes up. So
yes.
we can't wait to see y'all. Make sure I get y'all tickets. Our link is in the bio. Link is on our website,
Yep.
www.indiehighradio.com. Get your tickets now, and we will see y'all April 28th.
Yes, yes. And
I'm
I'm
not 28th.
27th. My birthday's on the 28th.
Yes, that's why. Yes.
But yes, with that being said, I'm so excited today because this person who we have here today, They actually performed at the last Indie High
Yes,
Saturdays,
sir.
and they'll be performing at the next one because their birthday is also in. They actually are a Taurus like me, I should say. So we're both Taurus twins. So their birthday is also coming up. So it's a big celebration.
Absolutely.
So we're just super excited to have them on the show today, and we're gonna go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
All right.
He's like, me?
Nah, this is the first for me. So, yeah, DC The Cause, a co-founder of Live Free Tribe based in East Atlanta, musician, playmaker. We make things happen. We're a collective of artists, and we've been doing our thing for some years now, but this is personally my first podcast, so y'all
Okay,
this is
well,
exciting.
we are honored to have you on.
Yes.
We can't wait to let the people get to know you.
Yes.
You know, like our last Indie High Saturdays, you killed it, by the way.
Yes.
You had
So many
everybody in
people
there
hit me up
vibing.
and were like, yo,
Yeah.
he did his thing.
Appreciate
thing. You
that.
did your
Yes.
big one. So how did you even get to know Donna? Like, how did y'all get? Because I know Donna, she introduced me to your music. So how did you guys link up?
Being outside.
We literally, and when I say we were out, we literally met in a parking lot outside. So we literally were outside.
literally. And I don't know what's been happening to me more recent lately, but have you ever been around somebody that's your sign and you know just from how they're
interacting?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like in a circle of friends, some her, some mine, some common acquaintances, and we were just like tripping off of everything that was going on and kind of like locking eyes, like, you see this shit?
Right.
And, when we finally had a conversation, we was like, I'm a tourist, so it made sense.
Yeah. It made sense. We both had energies that matched.
Right.
And he was just super, super cool. So it was like
We're just a real connection.
Yeah, we instantly became like bro and sis, like immediately. And then we knew some of the same mutual people and things like that. So that made it, it's always easier to like, connect with people when you guys have mutual acquaintances
friends,
and stuff like that.
For
So
sure.
it was very simple. But as we talked and got to know each other more, he found out what I do. I found out what he does. And, we followed each other on Instagram. And so I'm like, oh, this man has music videos. Like he's serious.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh yeah, I do music. They may have like some unfinished studio sessions, But I'm like, no, he has music videos out.
Yeah.
He has he's like, oh yeah, I'm already performing. I'm doing things. So I'm like, wow, he's really in the city. And it's like, how once you meet someone, then you start seeing them everywhere else. So it was like anywhere else I went, we would always run into each other. And we kind of were like low key in the same circle. Like, so we would be invited to the same places and the same events.
Always run into each other. That's what's
and
up.
always run into each other and got to do that. But through that, it was like every time we saw each other, we always had like some good heart-to-heart talks. Even if it was 5 minutes, it was just like, man, I could tell this dude is very like grounded and spiritual. He's very humble. So to me, that was like, that's what I think stood out the most. And speaking of that, like, tell us about your background and where you were born and raised, and even how you kind of slid into the music world.
Yeah.
DeKalb County born, kind of like a hybrid, if there's such a thing, like from East Atlanta to Cartersville, Georgia. My father, he's like Muslim, well, God bless him. He passed recently, but
sorry to hear
he's
that.
Muslim, and my mother, she was from Cartersville, country girl, and since birth, like probably around 3, went to the country, bounced back and forth until I finally came back to the city around like 15, and ended up catching a charge that it resulted in a 15-year prison sentence. So yeah, armed robbery charge. I wasn't no axe murderer or nothing, but I was easily influenced. Just one of the young dudes trying to find a place in the neighborhood world at large. And ended up following the wrong people, and learned my lessons from it. But I wouldn't change it for nothing. I wouldn't even trade it in for a degree at this point. Like no regrets.
Wow. And that speaks volumes.
That does.
Not many people would say that, So that speaks volume, but also, like I said, just your character and your demeanor. You're so calm. You're so humble. What was it like, serving those years, and like where was your mindset? Because some people have never been, and they don't know. I've never been. I don't know. Like what was your mindset?
Where was your
and how did
mental
you
at?
maintain sanity?
I mean, like, your mental doesn't stay in one place. So in those type of situations, initially, like, depression. Initially, depression. You know, it's a lot to grasp when they give you so much time and you're so young. You don't have a concept of time.
Right.
You know, but once I broke through the wall of just being stressed and feeling down for myself, it's like this is the reality of it. I'm not trying to go out bad. Like, I don't know, I'm one of those people that's like, when it's all said and done, at least you can't say that I went out bad. So, I don't know, I just stayed to myself and really just got into my studies and just like trying to learn who I was, because the thing about the institution versus the free world is like, if there was one plus, you don't have so many things that's pulling away your attention in so many different directions. So it's like there's nothing to focus on but you.
Yourself.
Yeah. So, you know, you really are. It's like, in a sense, if you do it the right way, God forbid anybody have to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But for those that do,
get back
if
to
they
center.
do it the right way, and they can they'll benefit from the silence, because it's a lot of noise out here, and it's easy to get caught up.
there.
Right. No, he
Good
said
grief.
that's very profound.
Right.
Because
That's a very profound way of thinking of.
perspective.
Right.
Yeah. So that's like that's good to hear. Like,
Right.
especially for people who may be going through that, or
Right now.
they
yeah.
may be in a situation where they may have to go,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
just to give them some type of positivity
Right.
to go in there,
a
like,
different
hey,
perspective on looking on
yeah,
it.
it's
for
a
sure.
different perspective. So thank you for, like, sharing,
sharing
that
that.
aspect.
Yeah.
So
Do you
how
feel-
did you transition from that
Exactly.
into back into society and into your music?
Still transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like every day I'm just learning something new. But like I said, just where I could focus my attention. Somebody had told me when I was about to go down the road, was like, he basically said that I was gonna get an opportunity to get to know myself, minus the clothes, the cars, women, the things you have access to. And when I grasped that during the sentence, it was a blessing. But when I got out, I kind of forgot that lesson. And before you know it, my attention was everywhere.
Yeah.
Started feeling, it's easy to compare yourself to people out here.
Very
And,
much so.
Very
you
much
know,
so,
you'll-
especially in Atlanta.
Man,
Yeah, you'll get to the point where you're like, damn.
I'm behind. Or
I'm
something.
behind,
Like, what's,
yeah. But a lot of stuff I was agreeing to. I was just happy to have a car, happy to have a phone, happy to have my own clothes. So
Freedom.
I wasn't real materialistic. But like I say, I'm just now adjusting, and I'm like, hold up. I need to, step my game. But I'm
Right.
not really material in that sense. If I like it, I like it. But I don't get caught up in the hype of like, I need this brand or that
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
But that's like one of the biggest transitions. It's aspects. I had to transition musically.
Yeah.
Like, just go to the clubs. That's how I got out on the scene, trying to just soak up the culture,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah, that's my next question. How do you feel like the time you served and coming back into the free world, how did that mold your style of music?
most definitely, cause it's a hybrid situation. It's like I'm hood, East Atlanta, EA, flat shows, all of that. But 288, the Trill City, all of that. And I mean, I was raised, unfortunately, in what they call the trenches. So that's still in me, and
Yeah.
I'm fighting that part of me. But it's like knowing better, and then getting out here where you see like where the culture is right now. And I don't know, I'm finding my place still, because it's a beautiful culture. But man, it's like diluted with a lot of bullshit too, and a lot of stuff that before I left that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
It's cool
Cool
now.
now.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm standing on my morals and just trying to find that middle ground of where I'm willing to compromise so people don't feel uncomfortable around me, and I can feel comfortable around people.
Yeah.
But standing on mine, you know what I'm saying? Because, for example, in the hood, they holler slime,
Yeah.
like being slimy and that type of thing, as if it's cool. That wasn't never cool. when
Back
I-
in the day, yeah.
Back in
Yeah.
the day.
So it's hard to be in the neighborhood when like the majority of the youth are like following the ideology where it's glorified for them to be cutthroat.
Wow.
So it's like, damn, do I even want to be out here in my
Yeah.
own neighborhood?
Yeah.
So I
Well,
don't know.
I mean, I commend you because it's hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To even come out here, and I just say stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we always preach. Stay true to yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you do with your music, you do a very good job with balancing the two. You know?
I appreciate that.
So I mean, I say just stay true to yourself. You're doing it.
I ain't got no choice.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
And that's on God.
But you're doing it, and you also carry this energy about you that
Yeah.
even if, you know, you walk into a room, it's like, oh, wow, you can tell, oh, DC just came in the building. You know what I'm saying? And you're not doing nothing extra. You just being yourself, but your energy speaks for itself.
Man, energy speaks before anything else.
And even when you perform in your music, it's so, like, powerful because you can tell that you're someone who's a true artist. You can tell you're someone who's really been through something.
Right.
And that is literally, like, that's portrayed in your music. And for you, out of all of your music, which song do you feel like most relates to your journey?
Yeah.
I wouldn't, man. There's so many because I don't know. Like it's my journal before it's anybody's entertainment.
Period.
So it's like whatever's on my mind, that's what I'm putting
I love
down.
that.
Yes, I love that.
And I don't know. Each piece, it could be a song that could be played in the club, and it would still have like.
Substance.
Yeah, it would have
That
a
type of
piece of
meaning.
my
Yeah.
experience
Yes.
that's near and dear to me because it would be a blank slate if I didn't have these experiences.
You're right.
You know.
And
Right.
with that, I want you to understand that those experiences are just in place for you to be the best version of yourself. Like you can now take those experiences, and because you chose to change your perspective on something that was meant to bring you down,
Yeah.
and you chose to bring it up, you know, bring yourself up. With those experiences, like your future is bright. And I just want you to know, like, what we do at Indie High is being high on your God-given talent and sharing it with the world. And that's what you do. You're like the epitome of that, right? And so whatever we can do to support you, that's our job.
I appreciate
You see what I'm saying? We understand that in our community, what do we say? Crabs in the barrel. Everybody trying to compete and, you know, my way
Bring
or the
each
highway,
other down,
bring
yeah.
each other down. And so we're trying to break that mold.
And
So I
create a
want you to
support
know we
system,
see
yeah.
you. We see you doing your
appreciate
thing,
you.
and we fully support you. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to
Appreciate you.
encourage you in your journey. And you have to understand everything happens for a reason.
It does.
I met you in a random parking lot, but it was for a reason.
Yes.
Indeed.
But look how far it's come. You see what I'm saying? And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it all. So I just want to empower you and encourage you to just like keep on your journey.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
I'm,
sir.
I'm glad. I'm grateful we met.
Yeah.
Like genuinely.
Yes.
It was a connection that was meant to happen. So
Yes.
Most definitely, man. Because I done been outside wasting a lot of time.
Hey.
And everybody, you know, drunk conversations, you start talking about ruling the world at 3, 4 in the morning. But we gonna do this, we gonna do that. So I measure like the quality of friends by those who show and prove. We could take a drunk conversation and turn
And
it
actually-
into a party.
Yeah.
A
An
podcast.
event.
So, you know what I'm saying?
A performance.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, I'm appreciative of that. Let me know I ain't wasting my time being outside.
So what's next for you? What you got up your sleeve coming up? Like, do you have anything?
You know, it's tourist season. So,
I know that's right.
You know, so annually we always do something, you know, around my birthday.
Okay.
So next month after
My
your
vibe
shindig,
event.
after we tear that down, we're gonna tear my party down.
Okay,
Yes,
then.
let us know. We in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I got that single Up Forever. I just sent it to you people, but dropping that next month, followed up by a solo project. It'll be my 4th.
Ooh, look at you.
Yes.
A man that's working.
Hello.
Okay. And so let's talk about, you know, the song that we will play at the end of the show. How did that song come about? Was it a thought? Did you, you know, what happened that you were like, let me write this specific song?
And I want this to be my
Yeah.
single.
You don't think this is a lie. But the same parking lot over there on Trinity, around Magic City, all of that. Went to the after hour and needed to make it home. So I'm finna get on 20 and my phone started blowing up. It was like, hey, I need you to come by to do such and such. I'm like, man, what? up forever. My trap doesn't sleep, and that's what the hook said. So, yeah, same parking lot we met. I was inspired by a phone call that took me in the opposite direction of where I was going.
Wow.
Okay.
At 6 in the morning. It was one of them nights. but it's called Up Forever, so, yeah.
Okay. I love it. I like how you bring in like your real life
The
experience.
real
I'm
life,
telling you,
like-
and that's one of those songs. It's a club hit.
Yeah.
And it's definitely from real. It's not nonfiction. It's
Right.
real
He
life.
was like, my real life.
Yeah. Same parking lot. Shout out to them boys. 404.
I love it. And speaking of that, we do believe in shouting your team out.
Yes.
So, let us know about your team, your producers, anybody a part of your team. Go ahead and shout them out because we believe in that.
Oh, man, shout out to that boy Backpack Trap. Shout out to Davy, who's like everybody's mother. That's the project manager. She phone
She be
going
on
off
it.
right now. She
Yeah.
don't play. But Morewood, Chi-Town chapter. He's the producer / artist. Richie. We got a few artists. It's a dope collective. We'll be here all day if I named everybody who's a part of
love
the
it.
collective.
Yes.
But that's good that you have a good support system and a good.
Free that
Team.
boy Salsa, man. Free my boy Salsa, man. Well, that's one of the last projects I put out. Free Salsa.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's EP with me and my boys. It's
You
good
always
music.
gotta have a
It's good
solid
music.
team. You gotta have a solid team.
You got to
so.
have a solid team. I
You'll
love
like
that.
it. You'll like it.
I love that. And with that being said, since you have been through so much, what like positive advice or words? It
Of
could be
encouragement,
a quote, a sentence. Like, can you
Leave with the
encourage those who maybe have gone through what you've gone through? They still not, in the headspace you're in. They still trying to get through it, but they are still passionate about what they do. What advice do you have for them?
Be definite in your purpose. Know what you want. And know that it's a difference between what you want and what you need.
Ooh.
Because that's like the biggest hang up that I still struggle with. I think everybody struggles with
Absolutely.
this.
Absolutely.
But, how many times we've been attracted to somebody and we like, that's what I want. Found out that wasn't
That
what we
wasn't
need.
it.
Same thing, make you laugh, make you cry. I would tell anybody the same water that wash you and nourish you could drown you.
Wow.
You know what I'm
That's deep.
saying?
Oof.
It's just how you use it.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I got some homeboys that ain't good for nothing but fucking something up. So I don't hit them up until it's time to fuck something up.
Hey,
but
you know where they stand.
you know what I mean? You can't give them nothing. Don't let them hold no money, no nothing. They
Yeah.
gonna fuck it up. But it's just knowing the characteristics. Nobody's perfect, you know, and just learning to accept your tribe wholeheartedly. You can't love people in slices type shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the
That's real.
advice I would give
Can't
them.
love people in slices.
That's the advice I would give them. And same. What you want ain't what you need, and what you need ain't what you want. A lot of the times they're on the opposite end.
Wow.
I love it. All of that.
Yeah.
All of that. Go ahead and rewind that. You know you want to.
I can't get nobody no advice musically. I feel like that's just whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So
Everybody in their own lane.
Everybody in their own lane.
yeah,
I love it. I love
should
it.
be.
You're right. You should be.
It should be.
Yeah. So before we close out, one thing. I remember I saw you one time, and I feel like it was probably a couple years ago, but it was around our birthdays, and you said, I don't know if you said you were performing or you were at a place where they started shooting, and you said a bullet went right by you, right?
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't
Oh,
performing.
man.
I was just on Edgewood.
You were just kicking it,
Yeah.
but tell us about that, because it's crazy that sometimes life is
Man.
it's
right
just
there.
like that, and especially out in these Atlanta streets, like it's very common for that could have
To happen,
ended
right.
totally different. You know what I mean? When I remember the next time I saw you, you were like, sis, you don't even know what just happened.